Chef Buck here, and today we're going to cook up a delicious chickpea puttanesca.
Puttanesca?
Kind of a puttanesca sauce. But instead of making it kind of thin and putting it over some pasta, we're just going to make it a little thicker and throw some chickpeas in there. You can eat it just like that, or you can put something else on top. But we're going to get to it right now and see what we're working with, which is this. Get down here, camera girl. This is the most delicious of foods. It's an anchovy.
It's a few anchovies.
Yeah. This is half a can of anchovies. And you can use as much as you like. You can use a little bit more, you can use a little bit less. You don't have to use it at all. But a puttanesca sauce is kind of thought of as a stinky sauce.
It is not.
But it's not that, it's just the anchovies. But the thing is, this is delicious. It's such a flavorful, super duper dish. Camera girl turned me onto this. And I love it. And I'm not a big fan of anchovies. Usually, if it's got anchovies in it, I'm not too thrilled about it. Like a Caesar salad, like a real Caesar salad with anchovy dressing. You know, I can live with that. Anchovies on pizza? No, forget it. I'll eat a Hawaiian pizza before I eat that. And Hawaiian pizza ain't hardly a pizza. But anyway, we're going to get started right over here with this kind of stainless steel pan. You know, ideally, you want a pan that things will stick to a little bit, because we're going to be doing some deglazing before too long. But I'm going to go ahead and get this going on medium-high heat. But let me go ahead and throw some oil in here. It started heating through. Boom, boom, boom. And while my oil's heating up, come on over here, camera girl. I'm going to go ahead and get some ingredients ready. I've got some cloves of garlic here. Now you can use just 2 or 3 cloves if you like. I got 5. And I'm going to go ahead and chop up my anchovies with my garlic too. This is really going to be cooked throughout the dish. So the anchovies is just going to add a nice little bit of flavor. It's just going to give the puttanesca a little bit of a signature taste.
What's nice is because this is a tomato-based sauce, it can handle a lot of strong flavors.
So now I got my garlic and my anchovy kind of mushed up. I think my oil is hot enough now. I'm going to go ahead and throw some chili flakes in here, you know, to get it started, so my thing will have a little bit of a tang and I can see how my oil's doing. And it looks like it's ready to go. It's raring to go. Now this is optional. You don't have to use this here, but we like a lot of flavor in this dish. So I'm going to put in some cumin and some fennel seeds, because that adds so much flavor. Boom, boom, boom. Since my oil is kind of hot, I am right away going to throw in my garlic and my anchovy. And I don't want to burn this stuff right here, so I'm not going to give it much time on its own. And I'm going to go ahead and throw in my chopped onion. So we got a whole lot of flavor going on right here. So I'm going to go ahead and stir this around. I'm going to reduce my heat down to medium. And I'm just going to let it cook away here for just a minute and give these onions a little bit of a head start before I add anything else in here. Alrighty, so this has been going for just a little over a minute. Just gave it a head start. Now I'm going to go ahead, boom, boom, and toss in a little bit of tomato paste. And I'm just going to stir this paste in with these ingredients and spread them out and let it continue to cook away. So I'm just going to go ahead and let my onions go here for a few minutes, because I want to get a little color on these onions. And don't worry if your ingredients start to stick to your skillet, because that's a good thing, because we're going to be deglazing it with a little bit of wine here in a minute. So I'm going to turn my skillet up here just a wee little bit to medium-high. I'm going to throw a little bit of wine in here to deglaze this. Now, if you don't have wine, you don't have to use wine. The last time Camera Girl made this, she used 1/4 cup white wine vinegar and 1/4 cup water. And it was delicious. But we do have these little bottles of wine on hand, so it's nice for this kind of recipe. So if you got anything stuck to the bottom, now's the time to unstick it. Now I put some red pepper flakes in here earlier. Now I'm going to add a little bit of Italian seasoning. Going to smush it between my hands to release those flavors. Now when Camera Girl made this dish, she didn't use the chili flakes and the Italian seasoning. She used this everything Italian, which we like to have on hand. And you can just use this if you like. That's a great flavor. Smells so great. This is just a little bit that we got going on here, but it is a lot of flavor. Now I'm going to add in this ginormous can of diced tomatoes. Now we got fire roasted, but you don't have to use fire roasted. So as you can see, this is kind of a tomatoey dish. All right, I'm going to turn my heat up a little bit and get this bubbling away. And as you can see, this is pretty saucy. But we're not going to have it this saucy because we're going to let it cook down a little bit because we're not going to use it as a sauce over pasta. We're just going to throw some chickpeas in here. This is just 1 can of chickpeas that's been rinsed and drained. Alrighty, it's time to graduate to my dun-dun-dun. Whatever the heck this is called.
Your savory spatula.
We got a lot of tomato going on there. So I'm going to go ahead and throw in a little bit of salt. And a little bit of fresh ground black pepper. Alrighty, so I got everything stirred up and mixed together. Boom, boom, boom. And I'm going to go ahead and reduce the heat down to a simmer. And I don't have a lid big enough for this skillet. But I'm going to cover it with this here. Let's see how many burn marks I can get on my hand. In a few minutes. Beep, 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 beep. Now I'm going to go ahead and leave it uncovered. And let it reduce. Let it continue to simmer away and reduce a little bit. As soon as it gets to the consistency that I want it, then it's almost going to be over. But right now it's still a little bit too saucy. But we'll just give it a few more minutes. Now the last things I'm going to add to this dish are a little bit of Kalamata olives, and I've already got these sliced up. And then I got some capers. And I'm just going to throw a couple of spoonfuls in here, which is a lot. But like I said, this is going to be a very flavorful dish. So there's 1 spoonful, and there's another spoonful.
You can even add 1 more.
Alrighty. Camera Girl wants a little more capers. We're going to go a little caper fantastic here. Because you can really be flexible with the ingredients that you put in this dish. You can definitely do all of these ingredients to taste. So let me stir these ingredients in. And you can see it's already thickening up pretty well, so we're pretty close. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and turn this heat off. Alrighty, let me do a little taste here to see if we want anything else in here.
Ooh, ooh.
I think that's bueno. Plenty of salt, plenty of seasoning. Of course, it's going to get even more flavorful as it sits around for a little bit. For all purposes, this could be finito. You could serve it just like this here. But we're going to go ahead and add a couple more ingredients to it. I'm going to go ahead and put some basil leaves. And if you wanted to, you could just use parsley. Or you don't have to use it at all. Let me put a little bit of my Puttanesca here in a bowl. And it's kind of saucy, but it's not overly saucy. You can eat it just like this here. So let me throw my fresh basil on top. You could go ahead and serve it just like this, like I said, or you could put a piece of fish on here. You could put some chicken. I just got a hard-boiled egg. Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't that look special? That's our chickpea Puttanesca with an egg guest. But you know your special guest, like I said, it could be a piece of fish, it could be a piece of chicken, like a piece of Italian sausage across the top here. Man, my egg looks kind of sad now. But anything you want to do with this chickpea Puttanesca is going to be delicious because just this little tomatoey, beany base Puttanesca sauce, it's so delicious. Go ahead and give it a taste test, Camera Girl.
Yes.
A delicious Puttanesca sauce. You can serve it over pasta, or you can be lazy and just crack open a can of chickpeas.
Or healthy.
I have a link down below and you can go check out the written recipe along with all of our recipes. But thanks for watching and subscribing and thumbsing it up. We appreciate it, and we'll see you next weekend. Bye-bye.